Hi everyone, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps and welcome to the Loven Stamp Studio. This is Maker Mornings with Meg. And you know that old adage they say, which is always try something live for the first time. Wait, no, that's never try something live for the first time, but here we go. So on this day, which happens to be my birthday, so be kind to me if this doesn't work. We are going to pull out our embossing paste because this is a really great time to use your re-inker bottles and do a really cool technique that actually I have done once before, but it was like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. And so I did some really brief practice this morning and it's gonna be exciting to see what happens. So we're gonna use the Curved Occasions stamp set. And the reason that I pulled out these sort of random things is that there are some really great things going on today. So you'll want to check the link in the video description when eventually I get it there. But anyway, there's a link in the comments if you're looking for things today. So let's get started. I am going to make a mess because, you know, on your birthday, you get to make a mess. And at the end, don't let me forget, but I have a mailbox call to share a whole bunch of cards with you that have come recently from some really talented stampers. And I want to share some of that inspiration also. So with that, I think we should get going here. So, hey, thanks, Kim. All right, I'm going to switch my camera down here. And now we have our pieces kind of here ready to get going. Let me get this a little straighter. All right, I got my Stampin' chamois handy because, you know, it could be messy. I've got our re-inker bottles and I have our stamp set. So this is a masking project. Now this is one of the retired masks. So what you're gonna wanna do is pop on over to the online store and look for the ones that are currently available, but I really wanted to use this because this is a great mask technique. So I'm gonna pull in my piece of scrap paper here because this is pretty messy, and I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock, which I had cut, but apparently I'm gonna need another one because I've used it. And we're gonna basically make ourselves a really fun sort of background with some pizzazz here to go along with our roller skate and disco ball, because really, like every disco ball needs a fun background, right? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and pop our cardstock under here. We're going to go ahead and put our mask over the top. And actually, just so that you guys can see this really well, I'm going to go ahead and put my silicone mat underneath here, which is also a great way to keep your table protected. So, all right, so got my cardstock, I have my mask, and I'm gonna position this so that my design goes all the way to the edge out here. Thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. This could be birthday disaster stamping, you never know. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop a piece of masking tape on here, and this masking tape is going to hold things in place, but most importantly, it's going to give us a place to work. So we are going to bring in some colors, and this is where your re-inkers are super handy. They are on special right now today. So today, tomorrow, and the 16th. So 14, 15, 16. I like to think that Stampin' Up! Had a sale for my birthday, but I guess probably it was not related to my birthday. So, all right, so I'm gonna pull out my embossing paste now. When you get this paste, you want to make sure you keep it covered and sealed as much as possible. And this little foam thing, this is not foam, this little foil thing, when you have used it the first time, you want to press it down so there's no air in there as much as possible. Okay, so I'll show you that at the end. So I'm going to grab my palette knife. So these are the Stampin' Up! Palette knives. They are definite must. You really want a palette knife because it has this curve here, this angle that lets you get your knife close to the table, but not like your hand necessarily. Just makes it a lot easier to try to apply the paste to things. So I'm making a kind of level spot here. It's a little like playing in the sand, like when you go to the beach, which is another one of my favorite things to do. And I am going to shift my cardstock up because I really want it to have sort of a 3/4 kind of look. Okay, if I keep it straight, I've kept it not straight. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. So now I have a place here where I'm going to add my reinkers, and I have, what the heck, we're going to do 5. So I have Melon Mambo, which is an extremely strong pink, and I have Flirty Flamingo. And so if you're ever wondered like why you might want your ink refills, this is a really fun technique that will motivate you to have them. Plus, you know, you want to use them for your ink pads, so that is the other bonus. Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, and Coastal Cabana. And now what I'm gonna do is take my palette knife, and let's go ahead and zoom in here. Did I get to zoom? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run this across here, and it is going to smear the color and the paste all the way across there. And I'm going to keep my palette knife in the same place sort of vertically, and that way it gives me the chance to kind of go back and spread a little more a little more of the paste towards the end. And let's see, I'm not getting like sort of my heel down here so that I get that color at the end. So like I said, we'll see what happens here. Could be great, could be sketchy. So all right, we're getting across. We have a little turquoise at the bottom. I'm having trouble kind of getting it to stick there. The green got really powerful. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna peel back my, I know, I'm live, Diana. I'm making it up as I go along. So I'm gonna peel this back, and now we have this really fun template right here, this fun background of paste and so forth. So I'm gonna give this a second to dry. And while I do, I'm gonna throw this on here because I'm gonna do one more as we go. And I'm gonna just move this down, just since now we've kind of seen what it looks like. And I'm gonna squish this back. Now remember, once you've got, see how the bottom of my palette knife is kind of colored? So I'm not gonna really have a chance to change up my colors very much. I'm gonna eliminate the Flirty Flamingo for this one. And I think I might only get 3 colors in here because I think there's not enough space for the Coastal Cabana. But you know what? I'm gonna throw some on there just in case. All right, and I got ink on my hand, but that's what my refill or my chamois is for. And I'm gonna run this across because I have enough paste and enough ink now with my added colors to, gosh, that pink is really strong, isn't it? Hopefully we are planning on pink for this card. I have a secret, but I'm gonna tell it to you. I wasn't sure how the colors would come out on this, so I decided to just use black and white for our cards because black and white and strong color is always a great choice. So, okay, so there we go. All right, we've run that across. Now the other thing that I have handy for this is you want to keep nearby a surface of water. So I'm just gonna drop my things in here because the putty, I keep calling it putty, gosh, sorry guys. The paste will dry really quickly, and you want to make sure that you, so that it doesn't damage your masks, you want to have that popped into water right away so that it doesn't harden, because it doesn't come off once it gets hard. All right, so there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you my paste trick. I'm gonna squish this down as much as possible so that my paste is all under it, and there, sorry, hard to show. My paste is all under it and it's not exposed to the air. So your paste is not gonna last forever. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. It is a really fun treat to play with though. So don't pass on it because you're like, oh, it won't last forever. It's just really a lot of fun. So give yourself a treat. It doesn't even have to be your birthday. And I promise that you'll enjoy playing with that. Okay, so now we've gotten this here, and I'm going to kind of just tap the sides of that paste to get that flush there at the edges. And now we have 2 fun polka dot versions. This one might be approaching dry already. Let's see, could I knock it off the edge? Yeah, there we go. All right, approaching dry already. That's how quick it is. And I'm gonna throw my silicone mat in the water too. All right, and then I'm gonna get this giant paste pile out of the way, and we are going to work on the rest of our cards. So, like I said, we have our piece here. The next thing I'm gonna grab is some a scrap here so that we can do some stamping. And then I think we're going to use our black and white kind of effect. And I have our disco ball here. So my original thought was we would put the disco ball on there, but I think the disco ball is going to have to get cut out and put on top. So let's go ahead and get that stamped. And here's a great chance to show you our re-inker in action because my ink pad really needs a refill. So this is Memento Black. So the re-inker for Memento Black looks a little different than the classic pads, but you're going to go ahead and use it similarly. This is a fabric covered pad. So when you add your re-inker to it, you're going to find that it's going to sit on top just a little bit. Give it some time. You can go ahead and squish the ink into it with a tip if you want to hurry the process just a little bit. And then what I like to do is basically go ahead and test it. So you see where my image was a little bit sparse here, kind of at the bottom corner. So when I'm going to ink this up, I'm going to look at my stamp and see how we're doing. I think this is going to be much better. So I'll flip this over. Actually, I'll do it on this side so you can see. And stamp this down here. Yes, there we go. Much nicer with the ability to kind of cover the whole piece here. Now you might need to go ahead and squish around your ink here to get the pad sort of evenly distributed, and I like to do that with a stamp that's really big, or like the back of a spoon or something will work well too. So, all right, let's do this one more time. And sorry, I'm kind of off the edge. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have our disco ball. And then I also want to have a roller skate here to add to our project. And let's see, we might actually need 2 roller skates. All right, so let's get our ink out of the way and let's go ahead and grab some snips. So I'm gonna go ahead and get real close in here and do a quick fussy cut and try to get a similar amount of space around all of it. Remember, with your fussy cutting, you're gonna keep your scissors moving in the same space. You're not gonna turn your scissors, you're gonna turn your other hand. I was talking to a friend who teaches elementary art, and she was saying, she says your left hand is your driving hand, like you're steering with your left hand here, and the right hand, I guess that makes the right hand your brake pedal and your gas pedal, right? I thought that was kind of fun. Okay, so we have our disco ball that's going to go on here, and then we have these roller skates. We need a little color here to match, so I'm going to pull out some Stampin' Blends markers, which are also on the special that's going on right now. So I have, I think we're going to do some Flirty Flamingo. I just knocked a bunch of stuff on the ground. Some Flirty Flamingo and some Daffodil Delight, and I think we need some Coastal Cabana, and let's see, Granny Apple Green. Do I have these? I do, look at that. Even could grab the colors that I needed. So we're gonna make our skates here. We're gonna leave those white, and we're just gonna give them some really fun stripes. So we're gonna give it a Daffodil Delight stripe. And if you haven't refreshed your Stampin' Blends in a while, this is a great time to do it. And then a Flirty Flamingo stripe. And then I think I want to work in the pool party. So I'm going to give our skates some pool party wheels. This is a pretty light color. And I think like that stopper should match, right? You guys think back in your skating, your roller skating days, that front stopper there is a match for the rest of it. The rest of your wheels and so forth. I kind of vaguely remember that being a thing. And then I'm gonna grab, oh, that's Evening Evergreen. That is not what I want. This looks like gray granite. That'll work. I think we need like sort of a silvery color here for our skate base. Oops, that's actually not what I meant to color. I meant to color the metal part that goes underneath. So I guess I'll do both. There we go. That's what happens when you're stamping live. And there we go. Okay, so now let's take our skates and we're gonna give them a little bit of a quick cut here. And the secret of this is that if we layer them, only one skate has to be cut out very well. The other skate can, you can sort of skimp a little and just be sort of quick with it. Let's see, so I'm gonna cut underneath there. And we have one skate and then we have a 2 skate, which is gonna fit underneath. Let's see. Because you need a pair, right? I mean, I guess you could do one. Now, this stamp set is part of the retiring favorites from the mini catalog. So the retiring favorites, there's gonna be a special on those that starts on November 21st, so next week. And look at how cute our skates are together. So I think I'm gonna, let's see. I wanna kind of see both of them. So I think about like that maybe. Okay, I won't commit by sticking them down yet. And then I think our disco ball needs just a little help. So I'm gonna cover, I don't know, do I just color a few of these? Pepper really thinks she wants to be outside. It's a beautiful day here. I'll take that. And let's see, maybe some of the Coastal Cabana too, just to give it a little bit of extra color. I'm kind of coloring random. Actually, I kind of like this with the disco ball color. Maybe, I don't know, does it need one more? Does it need one more color? I can't quite tell. Let's scoot in a little here. Maybe it needs some pink. What do you guys think? Pink for the disco ball, add a little flirty flamingo on there to pull those colors all together. I kind of feel like yes. This is that thing where you think, oh, should I add one more? And then you realize, no, I shouldn't have added one more. But here we go anyway. We're gonna go with one more. We're gonna add some flirty flamingo in there. I'm kind of looking at my colors and I'm sort of making triangles with them. So I'm trying not to get things too much in a straight line. We're just adding a little bit of random color there. Yeah, kind of like that. And then we'll pull this together. When you use a color, you always wanna repeat it. So I'm gonna use the silver there to do the top here with our gray granite. All right, so we have our skates, we have our disco ball, and I'm thinking, this is cute, but maybe it would be easier to see it if we went this way. What do you guys think of that? I'm kind of liking that because I'm kind of liking the chance for the roller skates to sort of end out here in the white part. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull a greeting from here. And I have these curved greetings, happy birthday, thanks a million, but I think Happy Dance clearly is the choice for this card. So let's look at Happy Dance. And this is a great set. Oh, I started to say on the 21st, we'll start the 60%. Oh gosh, Jenny said I need Wink of Stella for the ball. I do, I will get that momentarily. So this will be one of the up to 60% off stamps and other things from the retiring mini catalog. And if you're not sure which one that one is, it is this one that will be going away because December will be coming up soon. So watch for that next week. If you're one of my stampers, you just got an email from me this morning which had the let's see, list of those things included. So, all right. Now, if you're wondering why I am worried so much about cutting out a curve here, here's my thought on this. I really want this greeting to be curved. And so I need like a little, I need to kind of eye this on here so that I have this shape in mind. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put down my block, and we're gonna use this as a mask here so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna look down on it from above. Oh, it helps to do the right direction. And I'm going to try to mimic that shape with my Happy Dance sticker, Happy Dance stamp. Okay, you guys see how that's lined up right in there? So now, when I take this with my freshly inked ink pad and I go to stamp this, then I should have a curve here that matches. There we go. our skates. But I feel like maybe I should do them the other direction. Oh, nope, never mind. I like it here. Okay, I just dropped that on there and it fell. So I think that this happy dance is gonna go up here above our ball. And let's see, I have some Wink of Stella around here to add to this. At least I usually do. Okay, well the Wink of Stella might have to come a little bit later. Gosh. Apparently Wink of Stella is something that I have lots and lots of aqua painters in here. But Wink of Stella is someplace safe. Do you guys do that? Do you put things someplace safe so that you can find them when you need them? That would be what I've apparently done. So you imagine the Wink of Stella. All right, so let's come back to our pieces here. We're going to mount this, I think, here on a piece of white cardstock. Now, it's bothering me a little that there's this big splotch up here. So I think that this is dry enough. I'm actually gonna just trim that off, and then I'm going to trim our mask to match. Let's see. All right, so now we have measuring over here. To make sure that I get this right. There we go. Okay, so now I have our piece like this that's gonna go here on our card, but it doesn't really jump off the paper so much until I pop this basic black layer behind. And then do you see how much that really jumps that up? So, and this is a little shorter, so I'm actually just gonna center it. It's okay if your cardstock is not exactly the same mat around like we are kind of used to seeing. So I'm gonna go ahead with that and gonna grab some glue and pick the side that has the least amount of paste overflow on it. Actually, that would brush off, but not too worried about it. Okay, and then I'm gonna mat this. Now this mat is very narrow. This is a 1/8 inch mat, so it comes really close to the edge of our paper. Yay, Diana says 70s for this card. Yeah, I think so. I think so. All right, so I'm gonna flip this over now and pop some dimensionals on the back. I might be a little bit careful about where I'm putting this because it does seem to be leaving some, oh hey, there's water on my sheet too. Something slightly dangerous about bringing water to your stamping table, right? All right, it's kind of like going to a crop and having like a drink on the table is super risky also, risky business. All right, and then I'll pop one more down here. If you're wondering why I put my dimensionals on this sheet instead of the back of this, it's because I really just don't want to turn it over until it's dry, so. One advantage of doing things ahead of time is that I have lots of time for the layers to dry before we are showing them to you. But hey, we are moving along with our live project today. Okay, so now let's take a look at how I want to actually put these pieces together now that I've kind of thought this through. I think I want our roller skates to be about like that so that we really have most of them showing. So I'm gonna pop dimensionals here at the intersection. One of the things I did over the weekend was watch the Stampin' Up! On stage at home, which is like Stampin' Up! Convention at home. And I always love seeing other demonstrators. Man, some demonstrators use a lot of dimensionals. It kind of made me feel like I am under the curve here for dimensional use, but that's okay. Use all you want. You can always get more. All right, so now I'm eyeing those pieces together and okay, let's go back to this direction and see what we think of this. I feel, you know what I have Disco Inferno in my head now. Burn, baby, burn. I think it was the 70s flashback there. We don't need to talk about what portion of the 70s I may or may not have participated in. Okay, what era of the 70s? I like that. You guys like that? I'm gonna go ahead and stick it down. So we're committed now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip this piece over and put some more dimensionals on. So I have actually some fun things to share with you from our Stampin' Up! Onstage convention this weekend too. And then let's pop some happy dance things on here. So Now we're gonna take this. Now, use your imagination, right, that we've added some, I think I got that too far over. Can I still move it? Oh, yep, a little bit forgiving. There we go, because I want this to be up here. All right, so now we have our happy dance and our skates. This needs some bling. So we have our disco ball there that can get some Wink of Stella, but let's pull in some colors too. I think these discs are about perfect for this. So I'm gonna pull in, let's see, the pink ones. I think they make everything a little bit washed out. So maybe these blue discs here. I'm gonna pop a couple of blue discs on, and we've got a lot of colors going on here. So I'm going to just add some more here. Let's see, color, disc, and let's grab a third one. Down here. I don't really like these discs. Well, okay, we're going with them anyway. There we go. They add a little bit of bling here. You know why I don't like them? I think because I really like things to focus on an image or so forth. So let's pull those. I'm gonna pop them here onto our stars. Do we like that better? No, not really. Maybe we like them on the disco ball. Let's see. There, actually, that's not too bad. I kind of like that. There, that's a little bit kind of in the middle of our card with our center point there and our disco ball. So there we have some fun things. If I play with them and move them around later, you can check on my blog post and they might be someplace else. All right, Wink on the skates too. I like that. Yeah, Wink of Stella, if you haven't experienced it before, it looks just like an aqua painter, like a water brush, like this kind of thing. These are the old style aqua painters, and they are a great way to add some sparkle to something. So they come pre-filled with shiny, sparkly, like subtle sparkle liquid, and you just brush over the top of whatever you're doing and add Wink of Stella to your stuff. So yeah, I think we have some Wink of Stella there on our skates and on our disco ball. So, all right, so all kinds of fun things. Here's the one that I did in the 2 seconds before our video this morning. So also could come across and have a fun like skate one there. And then here is the first, I can't remember if this was first or second now. The first or the second one of this card version. I mean, you could turn it this way, you could turn it this way, you could have it come down. Actually, that's kind of cool. And you could have the skates down here because they would be in this open spot right here, and then disco ball and wanna dance, happy dance, whatever you wanna do with it. So, all right, guys. Okay, so let's switch our camera back here for a second. And I have some fun things to share from our on stage at home. So Stampin' Up sent us these little photo prop kinds of things. So if you've seen these around, it's because we just had a fun chance to celebrate. There we go, the Stampin' Up 35th anniversary. So there's our little 35 years Stampin' Up deal. And so because of that, they're having the seasonal sale, which is going on this week. So you want to take advantage of that. It's only today and tomorrow and the 16th. So 14, 15, 16. Link is in the comments here to be able to see that, and in the video description if you're watching later on YouTube. So, all right, everybody, remember to grab those reinkers. Lots of fun techniques you can do with them. I'll probably try to put a link in the comments to some other reinker techniques on my blog, and you can go ahead and check those out too. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions, everybody, and I will look forward to seeing you again on Thursday. Oh, I promised you mail call. Okay, let me switch my camera back here. Hold on a second, I almost forgot. Okay, so let's get this out of the way and try not to get reinker on things. Here is a beautiful card that I got from Pat, and it is set up like this so that it's like a stair-step kind of card and goes kind of this direction. Here you can see that. So watch for this. I told Pat I would be sure to recreate her card in a really fun, a really fun idea for it sometime in a video coming up soon. This is a super sweet card that I got from Brenda. I just thought that it was darling, that little squirrel. And I love the way these leaves are layered on here. And these are totally my jam, my colors. I am a fall color girl. Here is a card from the fabulous Betsy Kreider, who shared this with me. She's a Loven Stampfuls demonstrator. And I love the non-traditional pumpkin colors. It was perfect since I did a whole series on non-traditional pumpkin colors where I had them be this teal color too. So, and then of course Betsy's always the master of stamping the inside. And I love the folder that she used there in the background. Just gorgeous with those leaves and that really special touch. So, and look, she used 3 embellishments. All my kind of deal, right? All right. I have another cute card. This is by Kathy and Laura, and this is the card here. It's a window card. So you basically design the front of your card and then have a window sheet piece that comes across here and then a little base on the bottom. And so that gives you a peek through. And so then when you open your card, then there's you can read the message and have the piece there. So love that. This is, these are our card swaps that I meant to show you last month because they feature the stamp set that I used last month. This is a card by Laura Bartow. And the last month tutorials were the Merry, Bold, and Bright, which is that Christmas set. So this one is by Amy Story, and she used those banners that I love so much. Those banners, oh gosh, if anybody remembers the name of them, they're in a set of banners, and you'll have to look it up. So it's a whole set of those triple stitched items, which I adore. This one is by Michelle Grimble, another way to use that Merry Bright paper. Make sure you check out the papers, designer series papers, cardstocks, envelopes, all the things that are on sale for the next couple days. And then this is a beautiful card by Michelle. And I just loved the lots of great open space on here and the way she kind of composed her design with the greeting and the flowers and so forth. So really pretty. Anyway, so that's our mail call. And I just like you guys, I love seeing things come in the mail or sending things in the mail. So make sure you're sending your cards when you make them. And thank you guys for all the wishes. Whoa. Okay. Hello. There we go. Thank you for all the wishes. And I will be back on Thursday with more projects for Maker Mornings with Meg. So now I'm off to go clean up my slate mess here of my embossing paste. I think I'll make some more embossing paste cards because they're a lot of fun. So happy stamping, everybody. Take care.